Hey guys, DM Scotty here. I wanted to talk to you about that I've reached 400 videos. I'm actually just over 401 videos. Who would have ever thought I would have made 400 videos? I just want to thank everybody for your support and encouragement. I look back at my old videos and I just kind of cringe, because I kind of ramble on and go on and on. The production quality is not great, but I felt I had a really good idea that I wanted to get out there, which was the 2.5D. And that started my channel, and I've kind of branched off from there with other things. But kind of the essence was the 2.5D. I really felt it was really something neat that I wanted to show the rest of the gaming community, and so many people have taken it up and run with it. I also have 2.5D next now, so you can do either one or mix and match. But I thought it would be interesting, we reached this milestone, to kind of go back in time and show you where the germ of this 2.5D idea came from. I was trying to find something I was happy with. I wasn't really happy with just the pre-bought tiles or drawn on maps. I wanted to do something that really brought the game to life. And that's where the 2.5D method came to me. And this game is a game of Kingmaker. It's at the Stag Lord's Fort, so if you haven't played that or you're playing it, don't watch it. You may not want to watch this because it may ruin it. But my group, I was trying these tiles out, or this fort, which is 2.5D, out on my playing group, and they really loved it. So let's go. I'll show you these pictures from the session, and I'll talk about them and tell you kind of the germ of the 2.5D idea and how it's kind of evolved over time. So let's go look at those pictures. This first picture here is not showing much except my little GM station there and my players intently looking at the what's going on the table. Now there's the one thing you'll notice is I like to use the cloth on the table to set up the 2.5D, and you can see that clearly here. Now here's a particularly nice shot of the whole setup. I've got the fort set up and my GM station on the end there. You can see some dice boots around the table. But what's going on here is it's an old monastery that's been taken over by the Stag Lord, and there's a palisade around it. You can see that there is a stable. I've got 2.5D horses in the stable. I have 2.5D towers around the walls there. And I have actually a 2.5D latrine there, or an outhouse, if you look closely on the bottom right there. The monastery's in the center, and you can see the characteristic 2.5D walls. But I did use markers to draw on stuff, so I did details with markers and everything. Also, you'll notice that there's really no 3D elements except the miniatures on the 2.5D. I just made everything 2.5D. The tables and furnitures, the doors, if you look closely you can see some doors opening, and those are all 2.5D as well. And this is something you could do if you wanted to, but I decided that later on to enhance the 2.5D with some 3D stuff. So you can also see I've got some fog of war on the rooms there that they haven't explored yet. This is just a shot of some of my players. I have Susan, I have Jill, and Dan. Looks like Dan's actually taking a picture of the table. So it's pretty similar to the setup you saw before with the fog of war going on, but there is a melee going on in the center of the monastery there. Here's another view of the fort from the other side of the table. You can see the road going up to the gates, and there's two towers there at the gate, which are all 2.5D. And at this point, the players have explored the entire monastery. At least it revealed it. So I lifted the fog of wars up. So here's the final all-out melee. You can see everything is revealed. There's no more fog of war. The players were in a full-out melee with the forces of the Stag Lord. They had some kobold allies that they met, and they're helping them. They're actually the gray unpainted figures that I've got going on there with the spears. But yeah, here's the full-on melee, and you can just see a lot of the characteristics of the 2.5D. Just makes it super easy to play in. Can you imagine if this was all 3D? The palisade sticking up over, the players trying to reach in there and move everything, and me also, and just the pillars and all the walls and everything. If this was a 3D setup, it'd just be really tricky to reach in. But with just all the 2.5D, it's just super easy. With the Stag Lord defeated, everybody is cleaning up and getting ready to go home. But let me talk a few minutes about the 2.5D. So this really spurred me on to do the 2.5D. It was just really fun to do this, really tactically. Everybody could see what was going on. No blocking terrain with 3D terrain.
But as I progressed, as you know if you watch my channel, I have actually added 3D elements to the dungeons, like doors and that kind of thing, because they're not significantly blocking enough that it's a problem when you play the game. They just add a little bit of flavor and that kind of thing. I really like the flavor that some 3D elements add, but as far as like the walls and that kind of thing, if you just go for the 2.5D, it just really makes it much easier to play, and that's what I was trying to get across with my videos, and it seems to have caught on. So enjoy your 2.5D and go forth and craft, and game as well.
Hey crafters, I want to talk for 1 second about Patreon. I've joined Patreon, and you can join that to support artists who you enjoy their work. And if you really enjoy my work, I wish you would consider doing it. The kind of standard pledge is $1, but you could pledge less than that. I usually do about 8 crafting vids a month. So that if you're pledging $1 per video, that would be $8 a month, and it comes out at the end of the month. So if you really enjoy my videos and you get a lot out of them, please consider doing that. And I want to thank everyone who has already gone to Patreon and pledged to me. I appreciate it so much. Take care and go forth and craft.